Alright, hello all, hello world. I'm a little bit late, but it is what it is. This is day 131 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. I don't know, today I'm just unable to speak English, I guess, so please bear with me there. What's good, Niraj? Good to see you. Last time we started scaffolding out and trying to figure out how we wanted to represent the interference graph. This time I think we will continue like working on the actual implementation details of it. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Hopefully we get a little bit more done today than last time. Yeah, so I guess we can start by just like going back to this whole big giant interference file. We're given liveness. So we could probably just like step through this and then figure out, figure out what interferes, just at like a very basic level. I think we should also probably start with just adding all of the registers as interfering with each other. It's so good that YouTube now plays a stream when it starts. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's nice. Honestly, I don't really watch a lot of streams myself, so I wouldn't particularly know, but yeah. I guess that would be a nice quality of life feature if that's what it does now. Okay, so I guess we could start by figuring out which registers we care about. I guess caller saved and callee saved is exhaustive, right? That looks about right. Yeah, okay, I guess we could take that and we could work with that. Maybe we should add like a helper function to like add register. Or at least like register? That sounds really stupid. I guess just add register. So we give it a register star reg. I guess we could do that. And that just updates those. So we could throw that together. Yeah, so this constructor, I guess we should store aliveness inside of here. So we have a liveness ref. We can do that, I guess. And that, I guess that's kind of what we should work with. And then we want to like compute interference or something like that. Yeah, we can do that maybe. Just found that Visual Studio allows for CMake with a project type by default. Yeah, that's quite neat actually. Just out of curiosity, why are you using Visual Studio? Not like dogging on it or anything. I imagine there's like a concrete reason. I'm just curious what that reason is, at least. Okay, so given the way we've just restructured this, we should probably move this to a new function. Let's just put in this again. Okay. Zoom out once. Oh, I definitely should have kept that. Okay, and then let's just copy this over real quick. Like the hot reload? Oh, I guess that's fair. What do you use that for? Like maybe that's a dumb question, but like. Okay, so we have all these copied over now. Let's go back to the things that give us the registers, yeah, that stuff. Okay, so we want to So I guess we could figure out how to add the register first. I guess that shouldn't be that hard, at least. This is just like a quick helper. Here I am. Large projects when you make small changes. I guess it's fair, yeah. That seems reasonable enough. Are you gonna be using LLVM MLIR or just straight assembly? I'm gonna be generating assembly because my goal is to pretty much just re-implement a lot of LLVM's like main C pipeline from scratch to some degree. Or at least I care about like re-implementing LLVM's like middle end. So that is what like MIR is if you've looked through my code base at all. Right now I'm working on the back end, which I guess I'm kind of just doing it my way because there's a lot of other considerations. Most notably my sanity, because I have to work on this without anyone else like doing explicit code review or just like self-directing my learning, which makes it a little bit awkward to, I guess, re-implement the cutting edge stuff that LLVM explicitly picks. Okay, so what do I need to do when I add a register again? So if, this is annoying. So we can, let's check reg to index real quick. So if it has reg, then we return, I guess. We don't do anything. Do I need to do anything for this real quick? Oh, I need to like this. Okay, cool. Okay, what else do I need to add? At this point, we can assume that the register doesn't exist, so I guess we need to like keep a counter, I guess. Or actually, we don't need to keep a counter. We can. So we can set reg to the length of this. Yeah, like that. I think this is evaluated right to left, so that shouldn't cause too much of a mess, at least. And then I guess we need to add the new index to the adjacency matrix, which will cause a little bit of headache. So we can push back. We can do like the same trick. Oh, but then we need to like add. That's really annoying. I don't like this resizing business, actually. Okay. Okay, so I guess, what do we look up here? Best way to, C++ best way to grow 2D vector? Is this a thing? This seems awful. Maybe I should just like iterate through it once and just like literally count things. And then we can just like add everything at once and life is good. Yeah, that might be the play. I should probably do that. Okay, I might have to restructure some things then, but that's fine. Yeah, we can skip this add register shenanigans as well then, which would be nice. I'm fairly sure. I wonder if there's like... We aren't spilling anything yet, because we're not like assigning anything, so this should be fine. Let's just give it liveness here. Instead of making it a field, then... Okay, let's take that out. Yeah, let's take that out as well. We can do that. Okay, cool. Okay, so I guess we could start by inserting everything. Or we could just make a set. So set unordered set, because we are sane people here. So we have LIR, register, star. So this is available, I guess, for all registers. I guess we could do that. So we want to insert range. We can just like, what does this take again? Like, this, what does it mean by range at least? CPU reference, okay. Okay, so like an oh, I guess that makes sense. I guess there's no difference between the two, right? Okay, well, I guess we could just do insert for now. Let's get color saved, color saved. I think that's comprehensive at least. Where does this live? Operand. Okay, that's not in the header, I think. Is it in liveness? It should be in liveness. Oh, okay, I guess it's not. But it should be. Oh no, it is. Okay. Can I get rid of that? Okay, cool. Let's get begin. And cool. Compiler for breakfast. We just had compiler yesterday. Yeah. There might be a lot of compiler. As a matter of fact, there might be a little close to 150 days of compiler for food. Registers. Do that. We can do that. I think that's a good start, at least. Or maybe we should like just literally add an edge between all of them. We should definitely have like an add edge helper then, I think, because we will be using that a lot. What am I doing? Okay. Let's go to... Yeah, I should definitely just be fuzzy finding more. That's in here. Okay, so we have that, and then we have like add edge. So we want register first, and then second. second. We can do that maybe. Where am I getting pinged? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. What am I doing again? I guess we need to add an edge between all registers. Yeah, so they should all interfere with each other. Right? Yeah, okay. So let's just... Okay, we could do some like really cursed like nested for loop thing here. I'm not sure if there's a better way to iterate through this, but I guess that's the best I can think of. So we can do... So we can do all registers begin. I'm not sure why did I put this to ref? We can do that. Actually, we don't even need braces there. So we want first. We want next. First, is this a thing? Do that, and then second plus plus. And then we can do add edge, and then we can give it first, second. Or we have to deref these, I believe. So we can do that and that. Okay. That code looks a little ugly, but I guess that's fine, right? I think next does what I think it does here, which is good. Is there a better way to... Okay, that doesn't help at all. We'll just keep it as is. Okay, so we can do that, I guess. So that adds edges to everything, and then... Actually, no, this is not... No, this doesn't do what I want it to, actually. I should definitely just iterate through everything first. And then I can figure out what to do with that. What C++ standard are you using? I'm using 23, but I don't think I'm using a lot of the features, to be honest. I've just not enjoyed using ranges and views, to be honest. I've used them like here and there, but they're still very foreign to me, at least. Actually, we'll save this in case we need it. For now, let's go through liveness first. Live. I guess we won't get in and get out as well. Actually, is there... Yeah, we can just... All registers, insert, regs, begin, regs, end. This is just very slow. I don't like this. I'd like to avoid this. What does the book say? Ah. Okay. Full blind aside. Let's go down to Regilock, graph coloring. Not early today? What do you mean? I guess I'm always late to my own stream if that's what you're asking. It just kind of happens. Okay. I feel like this is just gonna be really slow to construct regardless. But I mean, it is what it is. So where's like I swear there's pseudocode. Yeah, okay, here. Okay, we kind of have to count NWebs anyway. Maybe we could do this earlier? That might be smart. I guess there's not really a great way to do this. Okay. I don't understand what is happening here, I can't lie. This is not particularly helpful. Okay. Live ads to determine what their definitions in web. They're all live. Okay, sure. Sure, that makes sense at least. Oh, okay, I see what's happening now. So this is just like initializing everything, but we have like the size, so that doesn't really help. And then we have the physical registers. Those always interfere with each other, because duh. So you go through how are we setting this? I don't get this. Okay, I don't understand what's happening down here at least. So presumably the first n reges indices are just the physical registers? Okay, and then we call interfere. That's annoying. Okay. So what is interfere again? Whether the web interferes with the real register. Okay, sure, I guess. How's that distinct from this live at thing? Okay. So then this handles the virtual registers, presumably. I'm confused what's happening here then. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Okay, we might just have to do a lot of repeated iteration, which is life, I guess. Okay, save that. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So this literally just gets all registers. Let's just make this less terrible. So that seems slow. Maybe we should just like have a constant for like or we should have like another thing for just like all registers somewhere else as well. Maybe like in here as well. Let's do that real quick. Okay, let's just do that. Let's paste that there. So we get all registers. Also, this doesn't work, it just occurred to me, for various different reasons. Wait, we have operand manager. Why don't we just grab everything that exists in there? Right? Yeah, that actually seems like a way better idea. Why am I doing it like this? Okay, we can get rid of that. So you have like liveness. Okay, there's not a great way to get the operand manager from that. Does liveness take the operand manager in the constructor at all? No, it does not. That's annoying. Okay. I guess we could just pass it in separately, right? This would... I think we have that. We like dependency injection that, right? Okay, I guess we don't. Okay, That's not helpful. Okay, how do we structure liveness then? So we give it a program. I guess we could store the program as well if we're doing this like reuse thing. Yeah, let's give that a try, maybe. Let's go to program. We can steal that line. Let's put that like here. Okay, let's fix that. So we have the program now, and then we have like, we can, yeah, we can get OM like that. Yeah, we can add a little thing to that as well. We definitely need to add that at least. This is a different thing though. So we have usize. Let's add in the header first, actually. Okay, so we want usize get num registers, I think. Yeah, we can do that. It's not usize, size t. Whoops. I guess we use like UN64 everywhere, right? So like, why was I using size type the other day again? I hate making bad design decisions. Let's just uint it again. What could possibly go wrong? A lot can possibly go wrong, but yeah, we will deal with that as we get there. Let's do that. So you want I guess we can get the size of the registers, virtual registers, and then like, yeah, I think that's all we need. Constrained registers are already accounted for in virtual registers, I think. Yeah, that sounds right to me. And then everything else we don't care about here. Yeah, so we want registers size plus virtual registers size. Okay, that should help declutter things a little bit. Actually, we can make this up here, actually. Yeah. So what do we do with this though? Okay. I guess no, we keep that as it was. Let me put it here instead, I think. But then we just like go through that. We have to add to all registers anyway. This is really messy actually. I feel like my data structures have caused some issues somewhere down the line. That might be a little obvious, but still. What do we do here? Guess we should probably figure out like pseudocode at least. Or at least what we want everything to look like. Okay, so we want... So at least at minimum, what we want to do is just this thing. We want all registers to like make initializing a little bit less awful, unless we want to like update each vector each time and make a mess. Yeah, so I guess where to even begin? iterate through, I guess. I guess it's like, it's two vectors, right? So we could just work through those. Yeah, okay. So iterate through in and out concurrently. And then no, there's a better way to do this. There has to be a better way. Okay, I guess, how do we do this? There has to be something better. This is for, oh, that's live ranges, okay. Is this helpful? It's a lot, full blind. This is a lot less helpful. Okay. I wonder where that, I wonder if I've seen that one before. Maybe this is useful? Okay, this is not as useful as I was hoping. Is this okay. Unlucky. Is this useful at all? Let me not burn everyone's eyes out. This might not be as useful as I was hoping. Okay. Okay. Let's liveness analysis. I guess we could look at this. So then, I guess where do we go from this? Anything useful? Rajalok, I guess. Okay. Interval graph. Okay, sure. I guess we could just Okay, I think I get this. I think I get it. So we want to iterate through that, and then at each iteration we want to, I guess we want to keep a current, like, keep live range, like, current live range going. And then how do we do this? How do we use the in and the outside at least? Alright, so... okay, that doesn't... This is not helpful. Where are you hoping to land a compiler role? Hopefully a quant firm. That would be the dream, but... I mean, I guess wherever will let me write code in a compiler code base is good enough, honestly. I just want to do more of this stuff in the future. Okay, what was I doing here? How do I do this? What are the in and out set again? I might just be washed. How much systems knowledge do you have before this? I had taken like our intro to systems class, our compilers class, and like our networking class, and that's pretty much the extent I had. There was like a couple of like parallel programming classes here and there, but that was about it. I took OS last quarter, so I guess that kind of adds on to that to some degree. Okay, so we want to... I guess we only care about in right now, right? Because those are the registers we care about here. Or I guess both in and out interfere with each other? Are you senior? I've got one more summer in front of me, but yeah, I guess I'm technically senior. I'm like finishing my undergrad degree. Well, I guess starting my master's. Hopefully I graduate in time, at least. My plan is graduating next fall, at least. Okay, so we want to... Let's just ask ChatGPT. Oh, this will be the fastest way to do this. Given in and out sets from liveness analysis, how do I construct an interference graph? Check using out. I guess that makes sense. So do we care about in then? Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So what is D? Oh, D is a variable. Instruction defines variable D. I see. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. So that's like, what? So then D comes from the gen set? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we can do that, I guess. I guess we need to we need to get gen and kill as well, which is really funny. So I guess we could add helpers for that as well. Yeah, we can just remake the visitors every time. I don't care enough. What's good, Ricky? Good to see you. I am stumbling over my previous design choices. I thought I knew what I was doing, and then it turns out I do not. Are you using Lazy Envim? If you're talking about like the package manager, yes. If you're talking about the whole distro, I forgot which one is which. I forgot which one's Lazy Vim, Lazy Envim. I'm not using the NeoVim distro. Okay, so for each variable in, or each register in out, add edge with each register in gen, I think is what we want to do with that. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's all we need, right? We don't need this anymore then. That's nice. Okay, so then the only other thing we need to worry about is just like initial setup, right? It's like, I guess, reallocating 2D array or vector. So what do we do here? I guess we could go through. Yeah, we don't really care which one is which yet. We can just like insert as we go, I think. We do care about how large it is, at least. So we want to allocate up to that point. So we want, I don't know. Let's take, I guess, allocate the length of all reg plus virtual reg in program operand manager. Yeah, okay, we could do that. Okay, I feel pretty comfortable with that implementation, I guess. We could make it like a little bit space efficient, but it's annoying. Names backend is unnecessary. Specific reason. Because Clang format just inserts that for me. So yeah, I do not particularly care about formatting. Let me rephrase. I do care about formatting insofar as it's consistent. As long as it's like somewhat readable and like doesn't give me a headache to read through and it's easy to enforce, I'm agnostic on formatting beyond that point, at least. This is like a perfect example of this. Perfect example of that. Like it comes default with Clang format, so I don't know. I don't care enough to change that out, at least. Okay, so I guess we could give this a try now. So we want, let's go back. We want, do you want to clear reg to index, I think? And then we want to clear edge matrix. And then we want like a adjacency matrix. Is there like a, how do we like reinitialize? Oh, wait. We can std vector bool. I guess we don't need to clear then if we're doing it like this. C++ initialize 2D dir. Yeah, we want, oh. Yeah, that's what we want. So we want to get the length real quick. Let's just do like auto length equals, we'll just do that for a second. I guess num regis. And then we can do stood vector pool num regis and then 0, I think, like that. Or I guess false. Yeah, we can do that. We can throw that like that as well. How do you have your Windows logo in the corner? The default's in the middle, but there is a setting to change it to the side. It's just because like I prefer having the ability to just like snap my mouse to the corner and hit the Windows key. Like that's just like, or I guess like that's a little thing that I like learned out of our like human-computer interaction class that we have. It's easier to click things in the corner than something that's like at an arbitrary point, because I guess you have more margin if your cursor snaps to the corner, right? But yeah, it's just like a little consideration. I'm also just used to having it in the corner, so I prefer it that way. Okay, so we want p or program get om, and then we want to get num registers. Do that. Okay, so that's all the setup. Okay, and now we can iterate through this, possibly. How am I even gonna print interference, actually? That's really annoying. FMCL, okay. So we also want to get like getters for gen and kill. It just occurred to me. Let's add this. Also we need to make all registers interfere with each other. I think that's how we need to do that. Or add edges between all physical registers. Yeah, and then we can go through this, I guess, sort of like that. So we just like steal this stuff at the top here. We're not following this, I guess, which is fine. Okay. How the hell do we do this again? Okay. Okay, let's see if we can commit anything first. Oh yeah. Let's add everything in there. We have get num registers. Okay. I think we will. Yeah, we can do this real quick. I guess, how do we get all the physical registers? Okay, well. I guess we could just construct them by hand, right? Or I guess it doesn't hurt to just do the thing in, or just add the helper again in LIR, which is really funny. Yes, we can go back here. We can add this Chungus thing. Let's throw it up here. You get all registers. So I guess we can. How do we copy this quickly? I guess we need this in the header anyway, so let's throw that there real quick. This goes down here. Let's get all registers. Okay, let's just steal these ones. Although I think we do use the 32-bit registers in some places, which will cause some annoying translation shenanigans, but it is what it is. Surely there will be no problems whatsoever. So we can just paste that there. Okay, let's make a macro 0 word register num next line, and then we can select all these. We can do that on all of them. Yeah, that looks good. So this is get all registers. Okay. So for auto reg in all registers, we can just snip that off. I guess we want all registers as like a set, I guess. I can do that, or unordered set, whoops. Do that. Oh, we already have that. Nice. Cool. Neat. Do we even need this? Wait, because we have a thing that indexes, so we can kind of reuse that actually. At least to mark registers that we've already added. So we can new reg. So this is OM. Let's just set OM here. Do OM. So OM, we wanna get register from reg, and then pre-reg in each in, what's it, reg to index. Does this? This is a register star. So to add edge from pre-reg to new reg. What? Oh. So we want this, and then link that. There we go. We need to figure out what else to do there eventually. We can get rid of the braces there, and then we want to reg to index. So I'm gonna insert, oh geez. Insert new reg, and then yeah, we can do that, and that keeps count, I believe. Is it easier just to use bracket operator here? Yeah, we can do that, right? Oh, wait. Whoops. Okay, not even close. What's wrong here? We need to... Okay, that works actually. Accidentally hit paste on the... But it pasted back the thing I deleted, which was the close brace. Okay, so then from here we just need to iterate annoyingly. So we can start with that. What do we need for this still? So we want auto gen, or we care about out and we care about gen, I believe. So we want liveness, get out. Yeah, we care about the out set, and then we also want the gen set at least. So you want, we don't have gen, so we want to do that actually. Yeah, we can make that real quick. I'm not sure why I reused the visitor, but I guess it's fine. Let's look more closely at what I'm doing here. What type is this? It's a register set. Oh, I see. That's annoying. Okay, we might want to do a little bit of rewriting there. We'll just temporarily, we'll do that for now. Just so we can like scaffold out the rest of this. I don't particularly feel like writing this right now, so I will just save that for next time. And we will just like write some code and it will probably crash somewhere very catastrophically, but it's no big deal. Yeah. So I guess, how do you iterate through this? This should be the same length, right? So yeah, we can just do I don't care. So on out size. Do that temporarily. Just do that, sure. So then for each, what's the faster way to do this? There's not really a faster way. So an out at I guess. Oh god, this is not looking promising. So we want add edge from out reg to, or between that and gen reg. I guess that's it? Is this really it? Like, obviously I need to fix this, but... I guess we could just do that, maybe. Register set, or stood vector of register set. Let's do that, I guess. Or before I get yelled at. Uh-oh. Do that. What the hell am I doing here? Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. First try. Okay. I think that's all I need. What's good for a game here? Maybe try messing around with Strudel Reaple. I feel like I've heard of this. Yeah, I think I have seen this before. Okay, I lied. I have not seen this before. I think I've seen that before though. JavaScript glup. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Okay, I understand how this works. I guess understand what this is trying to do. That seems very cool. I will give it a closer look off stream, I think. Yeah, I don't think I need to add more here. That's kind of it, right? Let's just like so this at ChatGPT, see what it says. All right, where will it yell at me? Self-interference. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I also need to do that. Okay. Oh, no, we don't. Ah, okay, cool. I guess that is a good cache that I needed to do. Okay, so we'll deal with that next time. For now, I guess it might be easier to iterate across gen instead. Let's change the order here. Yeah, because then we can deal with that as its own little thing. Maybe if I just do an I. And then like out I. Like that. Yeah, and then we can. Is this possible to ref? Does not really matter. Okay, yeah, we can do this at least. Make these refs. Okay, so we can do. We need braces around this then. I'm fairly sure. What do we want for auto gen red? Prev gen reg. This got messy really quickly. What's the best way to do this? We could iterate through it again. That seems awful though. Yeah, we could just do that even, actually. Okay, we're just gonna do this in a really ugly way for now. And when this inevitably annoys me in approximately 3 days, I will change it again. Prev gen reg in gen I. So we can do gen reg e. Okay. And break. Otherwise, add edge between genreg and prev genreg. Okay. Okay, this kind of sucks, but make this not ugly. Thanks. Okay. I think that's all I need. Oh, I need to avoid self edges as well. We kind of need to do something similar here then as well, right? But instead of break, we just continue. Instead of that as well, it's out reg. Yeah, we could do that, I guess. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with this, at least for now. Let's see if it builds. There might just be something really awkward that I'm like missing somewhere. Okay. Okay, well, I guess it passes everything for I guess not doing code changes / not testing it reasons, but okay, let's, I don't know, what else do we throw in this? Let's run this on like test, regression, input. Let's run it on like the SSA test. I like the SSA test. We still need to add this into driver. Save that, and then we have like backend. We have, what's it called? Interference. We give it LR as well, I think. And then we want like interference, compute interference. We give it liveness, like that, I think. Okay. Let's see how that does. Okay, well it runs. That's good. We will look at the output next time. This is much less of a concern for me right now. Right now I'm mostly just concerned about getting code down on some sort of pen, or some sort of file, I guess. I don't know what the equivalent of like on ink is. I guess get the code out in data? I don't know. Anyway, let's commit some stuff. First, or I guess mostly implement interference. Let's add that as well. Good all that. Okay. I think that's a reasonable stopping point. Yeah, stopping point for today. I don't really want to do a whole lot more of this. At least for this sitting. There's so much thinking to do. Next time, I think I get to just do raw implementation, but that's what I said about this time when I was like thinking about it. So obviously, it might not go to plan, but hopefully it does. Thank you all so much for showing up today. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream and sub to the channel. It really helps out with the algorithm and gets my content out to more of you. While you're down there, also check out the description. My Discord is there. It's the best place to get pinged when I go live, because YouTube's notifs are a whole mess. And you also get to chat with the broader community. Everyone is really chill. There's also my GitHub and my LinkedIn there. Feel free to add me on those. And also my GitHub sponsors is there if you wish to support me financially. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner now because it just occurred to me that I have not made dinner. Take care, y'all. Take it easy and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.